So hello again. I'm going to try to finish this Panzer VIII today. All we got is decals, and it's not a lot. And I had to do a lot of research on the decals to try to get them right, to find a Panzer division that was active still until the end of the war, because it didn't come with unit markings, of course. And we're going to put unit markings on it, as well as the symbol for heavy tank, which also has a 5 on it. The number I chose, well, about the only one I had was 566. I think I had 5112. And we're using the white outline. They're a little yellowed. Also, the crosses are a little yellowed, but we can get that off. And here is a size comparison where my pans are dry. And I decided, well, we're doing one, we're going to weather the other one too. I have some other ones, but a little bit at a time, because I can do the same colors at the same time. A little black. And some. See, in Germany we have kind of like a dark. Well, it's different always. What the Earth looks like in different parts, but it's oft like either like a red clay or like a darker kind of red tone, or red brown tone. So I decided we're going to use some of this 82 to do some weathering, as well as some flex with this Revell 84. And my black. Oh, it's over here. And the black. We're going to use a little bit too, but very lightly, because with the beige tank, we don't want to really get too much on there. So we'll start with the balcony, with the cross. We're going to have to take it off and wipe it down after it loosens up, to get the yellow off. If you do it on both sides, you clean off the one side, you flip it over, you clean off the other side, then most of the yellow comes off. I had that on my USS Reliant from Star Trek. It was really badly yellowed, and it took a long time to get the decals on. But after I did that, then most of the yellow was gone, and you can't really see it at all. There's an outline, but that's old AMT Erdl decals, and they do that a lot. So I had to change it a little bit. I have new crosses. The other ones didn't work. Also from my aircraft, they're a little smaller, and yeah, I think they'll be okay. And I changed the number, 512 now. So once again, we'll start with the crosses. Well, I started it already, but I didn't. The first crosses, the first one went on really good. It was no problem. The second one fell apart. Totally. They were just too old. They were from Dragon, probably like 25 years old. Decals do that. I probably should have, if I would have sprayed them, it would be okay. So we're going to use these crosses and the number 512. At least these aren't yellowed, so I really don't know if it's too thick. It seems like they use a little thinner ones on tanks, but I don't have any other ones. Sometimes you gotta do what you can do with what you got. It's like this one. It's really cool. And like a lot of the older Tamiya kits, they came with units and everything, but this Panzer III L has no units on it either. But I have extra ones upstairs. Maybe I'll do that too. So they look pretty straight. Now our 5 was already ready, but probably a little bit more water. these two's ready. Number 512, because the number on the tactical marking is also a 5, so I want to start it with a 5. I know some of the extra tanks or extra attached units, sometimes they would start with a 5 instead of a 1 or 2 or 3. I read that. Take the tactical markings already and get them in the water. And we can let that dry for 10 minutes and then do those. And hopefully by that time we can then put this set on it. I mean this microsol on it. So, there we go. The two broke, but it's okay. You can piece it back together when it's just in half. So, oh. Gotta cut this. There we go. It's just water. Nah, I still gotta paint those. But that's not a problem. I gotta go back over stuff a little bit anyways. We're gonna put this up in here. Actually, we're gonna put it here above the light. I think that makes most sense. It needs to be a little bit seeable. Now we got our markings. I picked the 14th Panzer Division. I didn't have much choice. It was either the 14th or the 5th. A bit microsol on these. So while that dries, we'll start with this one. And by the time we get a little bit black on there, then this one will be dry, and we can start putting some black on there too. I mix my paint in one of these. I don't buy those jars. It costs so much for one little jar, and this gets clean really easily. So I just use an old lid. Works really good. Easy to clean. Clean my brush good. For weathering, I usually use these Tester's brushes. They're really stable and stuff. The good brushes, the expensive ones, I save for painting. They cost too much to be Now this is chocolate brown, or it's from Revell, number 84. I think it's called chocolate brown. We're not going to do a lot with it though. We don't want a whole lot of dark brown on it, but we want more of this red brown and maybe some beige, but not the same color as I painted that. It'd be okay for this one, but this one we need something else. But we're going to do some splashes. Little test. Okay. So everybody, we're getting pretty close to being finished. I'm going to do a couple of washes now only. Going to wash the Panzer III with the beige color. And then we're going to use the beige color here to put some dust and stuff inside the engine compartment here. And then we're going to wash this one with this brown color. And then it should be okay. I think the mud splatter and stuff turned out pretty good there. It looks like it was driving through some stuff. So let's get this last coat on here. We're going to start with this brown. I think we're going to put a little bit of this orange in it, and maybe we'll just go with a little from like the desert yellow. We just want to light it up a little bit because I think we already have this as the spots, and we want a little lighter version of it for the Model Master paint. Didn't do much because it didn't mix with the color mix from Revell. Kind of weird, but whatever. I don't really like Revell paint that much anyways, but it's cheaper here. If I want to get Model Master, it costs like, if I can find it, it's like 7-8 euros to get it here. That costs 2 euros, maybe a little bit more now, 2.50 or something. Still expensive in my opinion. And I don't like these lids. They don't go back on. The old lids, and I mean like before 2012 about, they were sturdier and they wouldn't bend, but these bend and mess it up. just to try to save money. It doesn't help as much. And the paint dries out so fast. I'm also going to use this brown color because all the red that I painted on my K5 is going to go to brown. I think it was supposed to be brown. I kind of misread it or something, I don't know. Not really sure. But I thought it was supposed to be the German dark yellow with the German red, with the Seagull Road, the brick red. But then somehow I didn't. I read again and it's like brown? Okay. But I think I kind of like this brown. I think it'll look better that way. I don't know if this is good anymore. Nope. I can go there. It's okay. There's another one. See what I mean by the lids bend? And I use a screwdriver. And you try it with a coin, same thing happens. Well, the only thing left to do really is a clear coat, which I'll do next weekend. It's supposed to be warmer. I don't really need to show that, I don't think. But here is in the finished tank. Front slope. This really cool engine compartment. And yeah, I got the hatches here. Clean. Same as the back. You can see this side better because of the light, but you know, you can only have the light in one place. And I think it turned out pretty good. And it's a really old kit, and well, I'll give you my little review already. It's a good kit, okay? It's not very detailed because, you know, the mouse was not really anything that was produced. So there's a lot missing to it, like the tools and stuff. I corrected that. But the major problem with this kit is there's a fit problem with the and that's partially because of the engine compartment, but it was like that before too. It doesn't fit all the way together, and I could squeeze it and stuff together and glue it, but I wanted to leave it like that just in case something happens with the track and the bogies, because these bogies are really loose, some of them, and that was a big problem because you have to snap the bogies into this little clamp piece. It's like a clamp piece, You snap the bogie into there. And a lot of them were bending and breaking. So a lot of the bogies are pretty loose and stuff. And there is one missing that you can't see. I put it in the back because they're double row. Because I had it for 20 years and one of them got lost when we moved. But I think it turned out pretty good. And here's the Panzer III too. I think it looks better than it did. A little dirtied up. It's a nice tank. I like it. I like this kit too, you know. I talked about this already a couple of times, I think. It's a really good kit. So, I'm waiting for something to come in the mail, and then I'm going to start. Going to finish the P-38. So until then, bye.